Hey guys, welcome back. It is Vortie here. We're going to be tackling Cerberus or Cerberus again for my second time, third time. I don't know, I've done this a couple of times now. Just trying to find the best way to try and beat him for maybe like the newer players, or maybe trying to help those who are maybe struggling a little bit to try and find a different party variation. So the boss himself has got about 5 million life. He's got no elemental resistances. He is resistant 50% to poison, so if you can poison him, you'll do about 200,000 damage every tick. Just looking at his abilities really quick, so this is going to be fast. So if you want, you can actually go to Wikipedia, shout out to these guys, and take a look at this a little bit slower, but I'm going to try and cover it really quickly. So he can cast a few magic spells here that kind of... You want to make sure you're resistant to it. That's why you want to bring that fire resistance, or bring a unit that can get that fire resistance. I would put safety pin on a unit you don't want to die, maybe like a damage dealer or your healer. I had the 4 or 5 times I've done it, the healer's never gotten picked. It's always like a damage dealer. That's when he will do the perdition. He's got a 60% chance of killing you. Eat up his physical damage to everyone, decreases defense. Really crappy move because then your tank takes a lot more damage, especially if he's not fully broken. He's very glass cannon like. He does a lot of damage and he takes a lot of damage. He's got Flaming Sigh, he will do fire damage to everyone. Flame Nail, again fire damage. Roar, he does damage to everyone, and he kind of removes all the status off of himself. Pretty cool. Great Blast is probably the most annoying of all of them. He has a 75% chance of paralyzing your units, so make sure that you have that covered for the guys you don't want to get paralyzed. So my advice is, if you're bringing someone like Luca, just make sure that Luca doesn't get paralyzed and you're fine. Then depending on what you do, sometimes it gets these different effects, like it lost its footing and he does nothing. It is unable to move well, he does nothing. It is tossing about, it does nothing. So it gives you conditional attacks here. If a unit uses a limit burst, it is tossing about, and a tossing about means he just does nothing. After 4 usage of his tossing about, it loses its footing, where he does nothing. Every turn after he loses his footing, it is unable to move, and the turn will end. So you want to try and get these triggered. He does nothing for that turn. When you get to 50%, however, he does it once per battle, he will do Great Blast. After using it is unable to move well, this move up here, he'll do Great Blast anyways, and he'll end his turn, which is a 1 attack. Great Blast is this move up here, which will do 1.8 damage. Not a lot of damage, but a chance to inflict everything. He also removes all the things off of himself. Very annoying move. Then every 4 turns, he will Roar and Flaming Sigh, and he will end the turn. Regular attacks are okay. They're not bad, but once he's below 50%, he attacks 9 times, or up to 9 times. And when he's below 50%, he will do perdition once per turn. So if you want to kind of peak him off down to 50%, that's probably when you want to use your limit bursts and stuff to try and kill him as fast as possible. Once you get him to 50%, it's game time. So you just blow him away as fast as you can. The little tips they give you here, you can seal his skills: Fire, Flame Nail, Roar, and Great Blast. Reflectable skills are Fire, Flame Nail. Cerberus is a glass cannon due to his low defensive spirit. Yeah, pretty much what I said. Take care not to kill it too fast. This is why if you break this fight into 2 separate fights, it's a lot easier. Go in there, blow him up, kill him, come back, take a slow approach, tank and spank till you complete it, till you get your limit burst kill. So that's pretty cool. What it means here by sealable, you have a unit called Celeb. She has a move called Sealing Blade. If you use Sealing Blade and he uses Fragger, Flame Nail, Roar, or Great Blast, it'll be sealed, so he'll take no damage for that turn. It is a nice slow approach way to take the fight, if you're interested in that. Let me see if I can find that unit for you real quick, and then view cell, I guess. Celeb, she is Final Fantasy 4, I think, 4. It was very easy to find her. Sorry, not Celeb, Celeste. God, Vortie, you crazy bum. She gets the move right off the bat. You don't even have to level her. It's called Sealing Blade. Nullify 1 magic cast by an enemy for 1 turn. You can bring her along if you ever leveled up. I do have a leveled up one somewhere else down there. But there's also a spell that will also do this. I'll just to view it and show you guys before I jump in. We got it off of a event, if I remember correctly now. I'm trying to find what it looks like here. It didn't come to mind until just now. Who's texting me? Who is it? Who are you? Who are you looking for? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. No, that's not it. It looks like that, though. There it is. This one. Nullifies 1 magic cast by an enemy for 1 turn. So you can actually bring this on one of your units and then cast it. if you really wanted to. I put paralysis on her because I don't want her to get spanked and I don't want her to die. Actually, you know what? For the sake of the video, I'm going to bring... Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. I will bring this move and I'm going to try and use it on there. The best time to use it is obviously right before 50% when I know that he's going to be doing his Great Blast and try and avoid that damage. So it's going to make it a lot easier for my units. All right. Let's jump into the units. That was kind of the breakdown of the fight. All right. So now the units, I'm bringing a different mix bash. So the units I'm bringing is going to be Soleil, Onion Knight, Warrior of Light, Furion, and Luca. My Soleil is there to buff my party. My Onion Knight there is to support buff my party and helps set up the chain for my Furion. My Warrior of Light is my tank. Furion is my main damage dealer, and Luca is my healer. Looking at the items here, I'm trying to bring as less amount of Trust Masteries as possible to try and kind of make it as free to play as you can say. Really, there's no such thing as free to play anymore. All units are free to play, and how we are receiving Trust Moogles through the events and the content, unless you're brand new, you shouldn't have troubles. And as long as you're selecting the correct Trust Masteries to get, you should have the right Trust Masteries. So obviously, like Venomous Edge doesn't really do anything for this fight. I'm just bringing it for fun. It's completely irrelevant. Nothing in here is a Trust Mastery. Resentment is from the Nair. The whole Nair event was free to play, so there's no reason to say that that falls out of the scope. Okay, so that's her. She's gonna be buffing. Onion Knight, again, like I said, is my support. I do have a lot better gear. I can put him into like 1100 damage, but for him, I just put him some items, and he's gonna make sure that my party has that fire buff. That's really what he's doing there, and he's being like the beginning chainer for me. I put the safety bit on him because I want to make sure my fire resistance buff is always up. As far as his abilities here, I'll just put on the things we got. Like, we got the 20 attack a little while ago. What else can I put on him here? Trying to keep it as free to play. I think we got a 30% attack as well from one of the events. We'll put that on there. The rest, I guess we can just put like boost hit points and attack. Yeah, that's free. What else is there we can put on here? Defense. This one looks good. Fire resistance. Hit points 5%, fire resistance. Cool. I'm down for that. So that's my Onion Knight there. Next is going to be your tank. I try and beef him up as much as possible with a solid amount of hit points. Make sure that he's got some decent defense. Spirit is going to be really, really important here because of how this unit functions. He casts magic mostly, but he also has some strong physical attacks. If the unit is not fully broken, he's going to smack you pretty damn silly. So Genji Shield I brought here. Genji Shield, yeah. Genji Shield just for the defense and the spirit. Gigantax, which is also a free-to-play item that you would have gotten from an event, just gives you 50% hit points. Grand Helm, free-to-play. Protective Armor, free-to-play. Black Belt, free-to-play. Patches was free-to-play from an event where we got to farm the Trust Moogles for free. This is a Trust Mastery from, what's-her-face, 7. Vengeful Wrath, same thing from, the Nair event, which is free to play. Mechanical Heart is free to play. Melody of Life is a Trust Mastery from Garnet. So those are the two Trust Masteries I'm bringing for this unit. Get a little bit more resistance buff. Furion is going to be my decked out unit, so assuming I've been playing it for a little while, I should have few Trust Masteries to kind of put on him. I didn't go overly ham on him, so I put Apocalypse, which is free to play. Virtuous Contract is a Trust Mastery from F2PE. And the Trust Mastery is technically free to play because I got the Trust Mastery or Trust Moogles from the event, so I really just had to get lucky to get the unit. Kingsglaive Hood, we just got that. Lazarus Clothing is free to play. Demon Horn is free to play. Pod 153 technically free to play because you got it from the Nair event. His Large Sword Mastery free to play just by beating another boss. Beast Killer is free to play. Dual Wield Trust Mastery I unlocked, and Katana Mastery, which is also Trust Mastery I unlocked. It was my strategic picks. Looking at Luca, my healer, Platinum Staff, free to play, Cat Ear Hood, free to play from the Star Quartz from the Fat Chocobo, Vestment of the Mind, free to play, Trust Mastery from that healer, can't remember his name right now, but it's from an event, Domination Ring, free to play, Wind Up, Titan, free to play. All of these are free to play, including the Vengeful Wrath, which is from the Nair event. Okay, so those are the units. That is pretty much the sum up of what I'm bringing. So the next is going to be the fight. So here we are looking at the fight. I already completed this once on my first go. You guys probably saw that video already. That's the first one I published. Pretty much showing, just going in there real quick. I honestly let my guys die. I wasn't even paying attention. It was just like a straight tank and spank if you got strong units that have beast killers or whatever. So I'm not gonna bring anybody. If you're struggling, my advice is to gear your party defensively. Maybe bring a chainer and then bring a friend that you might get that could help you beat the event. Because really, you could do this with one really strong unit and they can carry you all the way. Like if it was in my situation, I didn't have an Onion Knight or something when I was kind of new, I would try and get a unit that has a pod, like Furion or something, and then chain the Onion Knight to the Furion to try and get the best damage. All right. So we're going to start by buffing. We're going to go in here. I'm going to do Shooting Dance first. Furion is going to be starting the damage right away. Luca is really nice if you have her fully awakened for her regeneration. She gets a 50 turn or whatever, 20 turn regeneration buff. So we're going to do that. We're going to use Splendor Water. So you can use Splendor Water or Heat Wave or whatever it is from Sylvia. It does the same thing, except I believe Sylvia is a 70% and Onion Knights is 50. And then for here, we're going to do Full Break. Very, very important. And we're going to start the chain. It's going to be a little bit slower because obviously the unit's damage is a lot lower. Kind of trying to mimic more of a newer player or someone who's not as far in the game as myself. So there you go. Get that fire resistance. So sexy. This is why we brought Black Belt. We want to make sure we get all those coins, or those Limit Burst Crystals, rather. Alright. We're going to heal ourselves up full. We're going to go again here. These guys are pretty much doing the same thing the whole time. And we're going to get this bad girl to Schwartz. There's Schwartz. Oh yeah, you know what? I don't have the +2 on Shooting Dance. Damn. So technically, I don't even have to full break him if I have 2 turns because she will actually do everything for me. But I forgot I didn't awaken her +2 yet on her Shooting Dance. Oh well. If you have her 2+, you're going to be doing a lot better than I am. So again. Alright. So we're approaching that 50%. So eat up, Flame Nail, eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up. Very good. Snack. He's going to heal himself up. Yes. Yes. Heal. Heal. Good. So I'm going to be bringing him down below 50%. And one of the moves we are completely aware of that we know that can be nullified is that Great Blast. So we're going to try and trigger that Great Blast right now. Okay, so we're going to go here, Fire Splendor. He's going to erase himself after this. So what I want to make sure I got going on here is I want to make sure that all my damage is going to be absorbed by my tank here. I'm going to go Presence. There it is. So I'm going to Provoke. I know that I want that. I don't want to cast a spell yet because it absorbs any magic spell. See, it should be below 50%. Perfect. And here, what I'm going to do is Confusion, Paralysis. So I'm going to make sure that nobody else gets paralyzed this next turn. But we should be able to absorb the spell, so it shouldn't matter anyway. So we're just taking a double precaution. Great Blast. Okay. So he's getting smacked silly, and he's down. He's down for the count. Down for the count. Alright. Spirit Boost. Use a random dance on enemies. Chance putting enemies to sleep. I think he's going to be out for the count, that guy. We're not even going to bother. Alright. Priestess's Miracle. We're going to go up. Heal everyone. Furion is going to go for his move. Thinking we should probably break this bad boy in some way, some shape, way, or form. Spirit and reduce magic for all enemies, defense for all enemies. That's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're gonna Schwartz Dance. We're gonna get that Water Dance going. So we're just gonna survive one more turn. So we need a Limit Burst. We haven't used any items or any green magic, and 5 people or less. Currently, right now, 4. So Roar, Flaming Sigh, yikes. Yikes, that could have been really, really, really close. So depending what kind of units you brought, this could have been a really tight fight. It was just an unlucky kill there by Warrior of Light, and I'm still not sure if that Great Roar actually got absorbed. It looked like Warrior of Light took damage right off the bat, but he also got hit 9 times, so it was a little bit hard to kind of guesstimate what happened. Alright, we're going to Shooting Dance. We're going to start this bad boy off. So that's pretty much the clear of the free-ish to way play, free way to play or free clear. I don't know what you guys want to call it. It's really hard to say what's free to play anymore because the game's been out for a while, and unless you're like putting your trust Muggles into like every character that you just want to make space, then really I don't know. It's gonna be very hard. If you're strategically picking and putting your trust Muggles into units you have that have good trust masteries, then you're going to be doing really, really well. All right, so that's kind of the full clear with pretty much everything. There was nothing else that we missed there. We got the Limit Burst cast, which also was the kill. We also didn't use any items or any green magic, and the last one there, everything was clear. So let me know if you guys are having trouble. If there's particular units you have and I have and you want me to try and clear it with those units, try and let me know. Limit me. Give me some gear. Tell me what I can and cannot wear, and I'll try and go for it. To tell me to try and do something by not using any trust masteries is going to be pretty silly considering how long the game has been out and the fact that you can get all of those trust masteries yourself. You just have to be playing. You have to be on, during the expeditions, you should be doing the PvP where you get a 10% trust Moogle if you even try. Like, you don't even have to try. I barely do the PvP and I get a 10% trust Moogle every month, no matter what. We're getting tons of rewards, so you should be able to have trust masteries. The only thing is that's going to probably hold you back is RNG. And the reason I'm saying RNG, it's based on the fact of which units you got from drops. Right? If you got lucky and you got a 5-star base unit like an Onion Knight or like, something really good, then great. Like Onion Knight is a really good example because he's a really good unit himself and his trust mastery is really good. So if you got something like that, then you're going to be better off. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you are having trouble, let me know in the comment section below what you're trying and where you need help. I'll try to do my best to try and get your back. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking around. If you liked the video, hit that like. If you want to stick around for more stuff, subscribe. I do other videos too. I play other games. I do things. I'm not just a robot. Trust me. Believe in me. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.
I saw it.